Hey everybody, welcome back. It's me, Richard, with Nightmares Anyone. And yes, it is Tuesday. And yes, you can see, yes, I voted today. So if you guys didn't vote, you can't complain. So hey, yeah, that's how I feel. I don't talk politics on here, so let's get into what I'm doing today. There's my little zero up there. So I'm going to be doing 2 horror movie reviews. Come back after the intro. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I'm going to take a sip real quick. So before I get into the reviews of these 2 movies, I want to say, hey Larry Yance, I'm glad you got your painting. I'm glad you liked it. So yeah, Larry Yance is a big Scooby-Doo fan, you guys, and he has followed me for over 3 years since my old channel. And yeah, this is what I sent him for a belated birthday present / early Christmas present. Yeah, it's kind of 2 for 1, but yeah. So hey, I'm doing, a lot of you have asked me, Richard, it's been a couple weeks now, why haven't you done a review on Halloween Ends? So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do a review on this one, 2022's Halloween Ends, and I'm going to be doing a review on this one, 2021's The Banishing. So I am, let's see, if you haven't seen Halloween Ends yet, sorry, but yeah, I'm gonna have not spoilers, but if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't care to see it, then I would say watch it, or watch this video. If you don't care either way, still watch the video. And if you haven't done so yet, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button right there and ring that bell. Let's get these numbers up, you guys. I'm almost at 400. And I do want to give away a couple horror books that are brand new. Well, they're brand new purchases. They're not. But anyway, yeah, I want to be giving away some books here pretty soon. So let's get into these reviews. So, first movie I'm going to review is this. Yeah. Came out like the 17th, 18th of October. Oh, where do I want to go with this? So, I've been putting this off and putting this off for weeks. What can I say about Halloween Ends? First off, Halloween 2018, I loved. Halloween Kills, it was okay. It got 2.5 to 3 stars. The last 45 minutes was so cheesy and stupid. Where am I gonna go with this? Halloween Ends? Wow, this movie sucked ass. Yeah, I know more people that hated this movie than people that liked it. I'm one of the ones that hated it. Not only me, Bruce hated it even worse. Yeah, this movie just was terrible. Hopefully Jamie Lee Curtis, she was already signed on before she read this script, because I can't imagine her signing on to film such a terrible movie. The script was awful. The story was worse. Yeah, the script was terrible. The storyline of her with this Frank guy, you know, it was just dumb. But even dumber was the first 20 minutes of the film with Corey. Yeah, the movie was directed by David Gordon Green, the same guy that wrote the novelizations, right up there. Yeah, I gotta put my glasses on. Sorry, guys. So yeah, David Gordon Green wrote and directed it. Jamie Lee Curtis, of course, plays Laurie Strode. Kyle Richards comes back in like a little cameo as Lindsay Wallace. I'm surprised they did. Oh God, I'm surprised they did not bring Jason Voorhees, Leatherface. I'm surprised they didn't bring every horror. I'm really surprised this movie wasn't called Pennywise versus Michael Myers. Yeah, this movie really sucked ass. Rohan Campbell plays Corey, who, oh my God, it was so bad. He might as well have become possessed by the soul of Michael Myers. But him and Michael Myers become a tag team. Yeah, and Corey he plays the babysitter, a 21-year-old young, shy, stupid young man who, at the beginning of the movie, plays the Laurie Strode character. Yeah, he's a babysitter to this bratty little kid, Jeremy. And it's a year after, the murders that Michael Myers does in Halloween 2018. This takes place in Halloween 2019. It just was stupid. He gets off he doesn't even murder the boy we know of. We don't know if Jeremy falls to his death or if Corey accidentally pushes him. But yeah, I'm just gonna go there. So Will Patton plays Frank. Andy Matichuk plays Allison, Laurie Strode's granddaughter. And this whole stupid character by Corey, it's like David Gordon Green just couldn't fill up enough storyline to finalize this trilogy. But this was the worst movie that I have seen all year. The killings and the story was so dumb. Yeah, the posters all say, one meets their fate. We all know it's gonna either be Michael or Laurie Strode. And yeah, if you've seen the extended cut, it's Michael Myers, because the extended cut trailer, which is, I think, the Canadian or the UK trailer, shows the end of the film. It was so cheesy. The continuity in the movie is so bad. The special effects makeup, there's a scene where Laurie Strode, she does, either she or someone else does every single killing from the very first 1978 film. There's a scene where Michael Myers kills a victim and stabs her to the wall and then stands there and does this. There's a scene in the movie where this nurse, her name is Deb, she's fucking and screwing the main doctor at Haddonfield Memorial, and she's having sex with him. Well, there's this ridiculous scene where she goes home Halloween night with the doctor and she's in the shower. Now, if you're screwing somebody, aren't you going to call them by their first name? No. Deb calls him Dr. Mathis. Dr. Mathis. Yeah, if you're fucking a dude, you're not going to call him by his doctor name. And then there's a scene where Laurie Strode and Michael are fighting at the climax or the end of the movie. She goes to stab him with a knitting needle, just like she did in the very first one. Well, she actually stabs herself in the left cheek, and she's going like this, pulls the knitting needle out in slow motion. next thing you see Laurie, she has no wound. She has no wound. Yeah, the continuity of the scenes are so stupid, and her granddaughter falling in love with this Corey kid, and then Corey and Michael, oh my God, it's just so stupid. It's so bad. But every time Corey and Michael Myers tag team to kill the next victim, he goes and picks up Allison, and they go for a sexual, or almost like a it's just a stupid revitalization motorcycle ride. And yeah, it's really bad. It's just a terrible movie. I'm glad it's done. Yeah, some stupid writer, producer could direct, and director could do a 24th film, or however in the hell many Halloween movies have been made. My favorites will always still be Halloween 1, the original 1978, and then Halloween 2, and then Halloween 3. Though Halloween 3 does not have Michael Myers in it, it's still a classic of a film. It's a great tale of witchcraft, and yeah, those three are still my favorites. All the remakes, the sequels, they need to stop. But these last three, Halloween 2018, are just Halloween, and then Halloween Kills, dumb. Halloween Ends just was terrible, the worst film I've seen all year. So it's getting 1 bloody popcorn. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna erase that. It's getting 0. Not even my girl Kyle Richards could save this film. Yeah, it sucked that bad. Bruce didn't give it any skulls, stars, or bloody popcorns, because it was just dumb. It was just a really bad movie. And my 0 went off. Let's turn it back on. Hey, buddy. There you go. Yeah, turn it back on. Yeah. So let's get into the second review. I'm going to move this up a little bit. Yeah, so now we're going to get into 2021's The Banishing. Yes. This movie is perfect. Now, this is my opinion only. You might not even like this movie. This is just my review. This is my feelings of a movie that I watched. I watched it yesterday. It was directed by... I gotta put my glasses on. This movie was directed by Christopher Smith. He also directed 3 or 4 other movies that I really like, but he directed Creep, and I loved Creep. And I loved Creep 2. It stars Jessica Brown Finlay as Marianne Forster. She's the wife of a minister / priest. And they have a young daughter who's probably 9 or 10 years old. And her husband is played by John Heffernan. He plays Linus Forster. And then their daughter is played by Anya McKenna Bruce, and she plays their daughter Addie. Well, the movie takes place in the 30s, and it's 3 years after a horrific murder and crime takes place at Morley Manor. Now, they move into the house in a small England town in the 30s, and this movie is so well made. The creep factor and the scenes of brutality, and there's I don't want to give anything away. How do I do this? So they move into the house, and Addie starts playing with these weird, really scary, creepy porcelain dolls that have no eyes. They've all had the eyes poked out, or just the eyes have been painted over on some of them. But she starts playing with these creepy dolls. Well, her mother is, she starts hearing things and seeing things. Well, she notices a hole in the wall, and she's looking through the hole, and she sees well, she sees images and like a dream, but she thinks she sees a woman on the other side of the wall that kind of looks like her, who is in an insane asylum, and she sees some very creepy things. Well, she hides it, she keeps it to herself, and she notices that her husband, who is the local priest, minister at their small church, he is just short-tempered lately, and they have a housekeeper, they have a maid, a servant, who is deaf, and she's deaf, hard of hearing, and she can't talk. Well, she tries to talk, and she tries to talk to Marianne about things that she is seeing in the house too, and the scenes of just the ghosts and the haunting and what's going on in this manor is just so well done. The script, the story was phenomenal. This would be the book that I would love to read as a book and do a review here on the channel. It's creepy. It's scary, and it's very it's just a great haunted house movie, and I loved it. I loved this film. And since I watched it yesterday, I've talked to someone else who also loved it, and I'm just I don't want to spoil anything. It's on Shudder right now, and it's being called a Shudder original. However, it did play in some cities last summer or this summer, and when I was watching it, I kept telling Bruce, why does this look familiar? Well, we remember seeing the trailer in the theater, but then it never came out here in Sacramento. But yes, it's on Shudder right now, and it's a great film, a great creepy haunted house movie. And the fact that it takes place in the 30s, it was perfect. I loved it. I will definitely watch it again. But yeah, once again, so my review of The Banishing, I'm giving it 5 bloody popcorns. Yep, it got 5 from me. I loved it. There was nothing wrong with it. I couldn't find any flaws. The acting and the performance of the young girl that plays Addie, what was her name again? God, I just read it. Addie is played by Anya McKenna Bruce, and she is great in the role. And you're thinking, what the hell's wrong with this child? But when it all starts coming together and gelling in the story, and you realize why what is going on, it was great film. I would love to read a book adaptation. Someone needs to write a book adaptation. I haven't looked to see if it was based on a book, but it didn't say at the beginning that it was based on a novel or a book. But hey, I loved it. So yeah, Halloween Ends got 0 stars. The Banishing got 5 stars, or bloody popcorns from me. So you guys, hopefully you get out and vote today. Yeah, I voted. We both voted early. Bruce and I. We mailed in our ballots a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so hey, it's all right. But everybody, pick up a good scary book. I am still reading. What am I reading? Oh, I'm reading The Seventh Child by Owen Brooks. I'm about halfway through, and I'm also listening to the book, The Midnight Club, which is the basis of the Netflix series. And I have to admit, I've never read a book by Christopher Pike, but I am really liking it. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So once again, it's me, Richard, with Nightmares Anyone. Drop in again, stop by, leave a comment below in the basement, over in the comments. I would love to know what you thought of Halloween Ends. I've talked to a lot of you about it. Like I said, I do know more people that hated it than liked it. And if you've seen The Banishing, hey, leave me a comment below of what you thought. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What'd you think of it? So I'll see you guys in the next one. And like I always say, live your life like a book. Just don't turn that last page. You guys, Life is way too short. And yes, I just re-listened, listened for the first time, but I just reread Robert McCammon's Boy's Life, and every time I read it, wow, makes me think about our life in general. Hey, you guys take care. I'm Richard with Nightmares Anyone. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for stopping by. See ya. I'm not getting banished from anything.